give like a little deeper dive on how the technology works.
Yeah.
People appreciate it if they like want to get into the science of it. So sharks don't actually they don't actually have a sensory organ that can detect a magnetic field. They are not detecting the actual magnetic field that comes off of the device. However, the magnetic field allows for the opportunity to create an electrical field, and the shark experiences that through electromagnetic induction. So imagine that a shark is swimming west to east across the equator, and the Earth is magnetized on the north and the south pole. Well, the shark is moving like this. That means that an electrical field will be generated at the exact right angle from the shark's head as it's moving forward like this. So it's a very small and subtle electrical field. It's going around the shark's head, and it's using that to hunt and navigate. And it's something that's always present for it in very low amounts. And so they're using that to detect like struggling fish or prey. They can kind of use it to see at night. You know, when they zero in on prey, a lot of sharks will close. Actually, like you'll see their eyes close, but they have the extra sensory capability to understand things that are very close to them and hone in on it. So you have this device, this really strong single magnetic device that comes into a shark's range, and that's producing a very powerful magnetic field that the shark moves into it, or the device moves near the shark. And in that case, the electrical field produced, which is then conducted through the snout of the shark using the organ that it has, the ampullae of Lorenzini, the little black dots that you see on the shark, are actually going to conduct that electricity. And it's going to be much more intense and startling for it than anything that it's going to encounter in its normal environment. And it reacts to that electrical field. And it's either the movement of the shark that creates that electromagnetic induction, or it's the movement of the device, or both at the same time. Funny enough, though, if you were to actually attach the device to the shark's head and then it was moving and the device wasn't moving at all, it wouldn't even know that it was there.
Wow.
So it requires that movement of one or the other, which is, of course, naturally going to happen when you have a hooked fish and you have a device below, or when you're sitting in the water and the shark's moving and approaching you. Like there's going to be some of that field that's created there through the shark or the device moving. And that's like the deeper science of like how it actually works. And it's why we as people, we're like, well, how is this band or this little pond thing creating something that's going to deter this big animal? And we have a hard time understanding it because we don't have any sensory organ that can perceive what's really going on there. But imagine for the shark, it's like having a really bright light shine in its eyes in a dark room. For us, where we can relate to that. It's not harmful, but it's alarming, and it makes you want to turn away. And these animals operate under the principle that they'll follow the path of least resistance to get food. So if you give them something that signals that's maybe harmful, signals danger to them, and they might get hurt, then they're probably going to turn away from it and go look somewhere else.